For the glory of Merlin, daylight is mine to command.
Trollhunters by DreamWorks Animation and created by Guillermo Del Toro is a story of a teenager named Jim who finds a magical amulet and becomes a troll hunter, a warrior who protects the secret troll world from evil trolls and other evil magical creatures. I wasn't sure what to expect from this show. DreamWorks animated shows tend to range from really bad to just okay, but after the fantastic reboot of Voltron, seriously, it's amazing, go watch it. And the fact that Guillermo Del Toro was creating the show, the director of the Hellboy movies, Pan's Labyrinth, and other fantastic movies, I had high hopes for this show. The first season is made up of 26 episodes, and the season is split up in half by two major villains being the main antagonists in their part of the season. Okay, so first off, I really enjoyed this show. Like Voltron, it's another hit for DreamWorks Animation, but this first season does have several flaws that stop it from being amazing. I attribute this to two things. The first half of the season is just okay, and the show relies on several tropes that make it kind of predictable. The first half of the season is pretty slow, not much happens, and they take a while to explain a lot of things. It's a slow setup, and if it was on Netflix, I think it would really hurt the show, because you wouldn't be able to watch one episode after the other. The tropes make the show somewhat predictable. The superhero trope of sacrificing normal life for their duty, fantastic things happening in front of people and them not noticing. But the one I hate the most is someone finds out his secret, making things great for him, but then they lose their memory and the hero decides it's better not to tell them. I hate that so much. I know the secret identity is a standard superhero trope, but it doesn't really make sense in this show, especially with this character not knowing. It would improve the main character's life so much by this person knowing, and it wouldn't really affect that person at all. It doesn't really make any sense to keep the secret from them. The second half of the season is so much better. They have a more focused goal, so it always seems like the story is moving forward, and the villain is so much better. I mean, he is so much better. He's this badass sympathetic being who I wish had a lot more focus in the series because he was really interesting. Like, I would have watched a show about how he came to be and why he is the way he is. But that's what's great about this show. Likeable characters and the lore and world building is really good, and it's just fantastic in the second season. If you can get your audience to care about the characters in your show, and even minor characters and villains that don't show up that often, then you're doing a really great job writing the show. And if the world building is really good, where the people watching the show also want to know about it, then that's fantastic. Like, I want to know how the amulet came to be. Like, to activate it, you invoke Merlin's name, so it seems like Merlin created it, but we don't know much about it, so it has this sense of mystery, and I hope they go and explain it in later seasons, because it's just really interesting. And the character design and the animation was just fantastic. I love how all the people look, I love how the trolls look. They mostly all look unique and original. You know, you can tell them apart. You're not just like, oh, they use the same trolls in the background. You know, they all seem unique, so you recognize a different troll from the other troll, and they have somewhat of a personality. And like I said, the animation looks fantastic. Great effects. I love when he armors up. I like when he uses his weapons. It just looks great. There's effects. The trolls are allergic to sun, I guess. It harms them, like in folklore. So when they get by sun, they start turning to stone. So I really like those effects. It looks amazing. So animation is fantastic. Character design is fantastic, which is another great thing about this show. Like I said, the show is great. I definitely recommend watching it if you're a fan of animation or fantasy. In a way, the show is a lighter, modern version of the Disney animated show Gargoyles, but that might be going a little too far. Definitely watch it, and if at first you can't get into it, I'm telling you, make it to the second season and you'll love it. The show gets so much better. It has intense, sad moments, and by the end of the season, everyone doesn't make it unscathed. The show isn't very dark, so it can be suitable for children, but it definitely has a lot of dark moments and implications. I mean, the show starts off with someone dying, just to show you that this isn't just going to be a happy-go-lucky ride. I would give this show a 7 out of 10. It's not perfect, but by the end of the season, I loved it and wanted more, which I hope they do get another season because, like Voltron, this one ends in a big cliffhanger. And hopefully they find someone great to replace the late Anton Yelchin, who did a fantastic job voicing Jim. Alright, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. Hey, if you like this video, check out my video for 10 animations to watch on Christmas. And again, thanks for watching.